Everyone had a chance to get a slice of pizza. We're going to be starting in a few seconds. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all. Can you believe it's already the 22nd of February? Yep. Okay. Already halfway through the quarter. Before you know it, I mean, next week is already March 1st. So 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Hey, you guys are great.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Now I know that.
Who did I learn that from? Mark King, I think it was. Mark King in our leadership does that quite often, you know, because for some odd reason, TLs and team leaders and assistant team leaders tend to talk, and that's what he said. 1, 2, 3. So again, good afternoon. Appreciate you all. Awesome to see you. If you didn't know where I was at family reunion for 5 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And man, oh man, oh man. So next Wednesday, we're gonna do a really big recap with the agents that were part of it, leadership as well. We picked up so many ahas and nuggets. And you know, the guest keynote speaker, Ed Milet. Anyone know who Ed Milet is? Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Very powerful message. I mean, there were so many people that were so entrenched in the emotional aspect of his life story, and you know, the importance of why we do what we do. But you know, I would like for the people that are here that were part of that keynote speaking event to come up here real quick. If you don't mind, come up here. Nikki, just give us some ahas, because this was your first you know, time at family reunion. So thank you. Let's give them a round of applause real quick. So these ladies had the opportunity to you know, go to family reunion. So let's start off with you, Farrah. What was one of the biggest ahas or nuggets that you picked up from a family reunion?
First of all, just being in that atmosphere and, you know, Gary Keller talking about the state of the company, the state of the, you know, the real estate, where the market is going, and the way that he presented as far as, you know, if the Fed is, you know, raising interest rate is because to prevent things from getting worse. So in other words, everything is under control. But my aha moment was when I went to the future tech for the company, what they're offering, and how much friendlier the, you know, and usable the command is getting.
Absolutely.
So it was really good. You know, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you for sharing. Nikki.
So it's my first time. Very exciting. Ed was very inspiring. I immediately downloaded his book, so I've been listening to it on Audible because his book was, it's like an extension of his speech. It was, I was crying. It was, the story is so empowering. He's talking about, you know, how he found his love. I think they were like, how he's like, I'm gonna make millions. I'm gonna be the one that changes our stories for them, our family's story. And then they were like, water was turned off, their power was turned off, they were showering outside, like wild. And just how he, like, you know, turned things around, and he became what he set his mind out to be. And just, you know, I just found it very empowering. Story.
Yeah. What did you get from family reunion?
Hi, everyone. The parallel for me was that I came in Friday afternoon, and I had been busy all morning. I was like, well, I'm too tired to go in. But I said, push yourself, go in. And I ran into Fred, and he told me about the one-day pass, because we can't afford the whole thing. So he told me about the one-day pass. I said, well, I can do the one-day pass. So again, I had a rough weekend, went in on Monday, and it was amazing to see so many people. And the first group that I went by was a guy from Texas, and he was teaching a whole session. And that was inspirational. But when I heard Ed Monette speak of the power of one, it just paralleled with me coming in on that one day, giving it one more push, and Fred telling me about the 1 day path. It just all connected. And when I tell you, I had a great
Hello, Ron.
time.
How are you doing today?
All right.
I appreciate
Find who the person.
Good. We don't care about yesterday. That's gone. Just today only. Because we don't know if we're gonna see tomorrow, right? Anyways, Ron. So you know these people are calling and saying, "Oh, I have COVID. I can't come tomorrow."
Usually Natalie handles. I apologize. Usually Natalie, and I forgot that Helen's up here, handles the helping me mute in with the presentation. So I apologize for that. So I'm sorry. Go right
That's
ahead.
it. That was it. It was just a wonderful experience. So next
Yeah.
year it's in Vegas, save your money.
Yes. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Jennifer has something to say too.
I have something to say. I wasn't gonna say anything, but I'm gonna say something. Only because I thought today was our day that we were gonna share notes, so I have a lot of them, but so first off, I've been to family reunion 19 times, pretty sure. So I love all of them, but this honestly was the one that I felt had the best content, where sometimes you go to panels and you're like, yeah, that's okay, you know, or you go to some things and you're like, okay, about 50% of the stuff, like I feel really good of. I went to something back to back to back. There's only one session that I didn't miss, or that I missed, just because I was really exhausted. But one of the things is when in the next couple of weeks, we are going to do the state of the market, and we are going to print out those slides, and together we are going to analyze the bejesus out of them, because what Farrah was saying, like, that's the stuff that we need to know. We need to internalize. We need to understand why you should buy versus rent, right?
Right.
How when we go into a listing appointment, we are actually the clients. Like, this is something that we could buy. I went to a lot of wealth building classes, which were amazing also. So I just wanted to go, all of these things we're going to bring back to you guys. And it is a really great investment for you guys. You know, we were lucky that it was here and we had the day passes. I think that the vision and the keynote speaker are amazing. And the one more, right? The one more, like, every time I start thinking about it, I honestly almost cry, because it goes from making one more phone call, right, to get that one commission, to if you only had one more day with your family, like, what would you do? If you only had one more minute on this earth, what would that be, right? And I actually looked it up on YouTube to try to find something that was very similar to that, because that is something that they're not going to share with us. Like, the vision speech and everything will be on KW Connect, but that won't. So I'm going to post that in our KW South Bay page as well for you guys, because if you could just listen to his story on one more, even the mindset, he talks about his son and how he changed his mindset. His son wasn't very good at golfing, and you know, one day he was just like, winning is fun. Like, it's not just playing the game is fun. And if you can hear that story, it's just like, that's where we are right now. We are in a shifty market. But honestly, like, I was talking to Marie Hoffman, I'm like, we feel good, right? Like, it's shifting, but we've got this. Like, what about the other people? That's fine. Right? And do you guys remember what he said about market share? Right? Does anybody else want to say it? Or
I'll say it as well, but it's basically like, now is the time to grab it, because if you lose it, you're not getting it back.
Yeah.
But other people are losing it, so it's time to make the grab. the land
Once you
grab.
get it, then it will stay with you.
Yeah, you'll be able to.
I thought you were talking about something else, but I was there and it was electrifying to me. I love the energy and I love to meet so many different people. Too bad that I miss some of you. But also I did enjoy, because I didn't have to have papers to find out where the classes were. So I
Yeah.
enjoy the having the download, and then you know where the classes were, so that was great. You know, I don't know if before they have.
They've been switching it to the app,
Oh,
but
I
it
see.
is
But the
so
app
much
was really
nicer.
good.
Yeah,
Because I remember I used one time and the app didn't work really well.
yeah.
Like in the past, you know,
Mhm.
and so I really enjoyed that. But I like the energy and meeting other people, met people from Texas, some people from, you know, Louisiana and other things, you know. So that was very, very.
Well, and even when the classes, this is my last thing and I'll stop talking, but I went to a commercial class with Ryan and Mason. And they were on a panel and like, that's when I said like every panel was good. Like hearing their story, if you guys haven't met them or heard their story, it's like very inspirational, right? So even though that they're commercial, they were talking to residential agents on basically how did you make that switch from residential to commercial, but hearing their story of like Mason getting his GED, not finishing high school, to see where they are now, and they are so young, you know, it's amazing. So, and these people are literally that door down there, you know, so, and they're in our office. So again, it didn't matter if I was in a commercial class, a residential class, a leadership class, there's a lot of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lake. Appreciate it.
Thanks, you have
Yeah.
Gary too.
What's that?
Gary.
Yeah. No, there was a lot of nuggets, a lot of aha. Another thing that I also wanted to share with you is Nina Alexander, which is also part of our sports and entertainment. She was one of the panelists as well, and it was awesome to hear her humble experience and how she's connecting at a high level with athletes. You know, she's meeting with some NFL players, and she is just crushing it. And one thing that resonated with me that she shared was that at family reunion, she was connecting with all these agents and masterminding with them and gathering these people. And she was posting this on social media, the importance of networking, you know, and I think I was talking to you, Lloyd, about the importance of how we connect with people, right? Because, you know, you may have agents from across the country, right, back east, you know, but you just never know, you know, and the awesome part of what we have command, you can follow the trends of where people are going. People from California are going, and I saw today that we're seeing a lot of people going out to Texas, El Paso. People are going to El Paso, people are going to Portland, Oregon. People are going to Houston, people are going to Florida. I even saw, I think Georgia was the other one where we're seeing a lot of people make moves, you know, and imagine if you had those connections and now you're connecting with other agents out there in those parts of the state, you know, there's an opportunity right there, right? And bouncing ideas as well. So again, it's a great time. That's why it's called Family Reunion, right? Which Mo Anderson created.
I have one more thing. Thing was when we were in Ryan and Mason's commercial class, right, which is about residential, we're literally sitting there and some guy makes a comment or says something, and everybody turns around and it's Joe Williams, the other side of fellow Williams, right?
Oh,
Like the other side of Williams, and we're all sitting there and he's like in a class with us, learning from Ryan and Mason.
Yeah, amazing. Awesome. Thanks, Jennifer. So yeah, there was a lot of stuff, and next week, we're gonna definitely provide you some slides that Gary Markeen and Jason Abram were talking of the state of the company. And you'll be surprised the importance, you know, even though the storm is upon us, you know, as long as we're going through that storm, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna do well. You know, it's the agents that are doing the necessary activities that will see the opportunity show up. Right, Mr. Bob?
Yep.
All right, awesome. Well, let's go ahead and continue. So should we do it as a group?
Sure.
As always? All right, in the count of three, we're gonna go through our mission and our beliefs and our vision. Count of three. 1, 2, 3. Our vision is to provide agents with a place where they can be empowered, trained, and motivated to experience growth, well, in a legacy that allows them to live their best possible life. Our belief. And our vision to achieve amazing professionals and personal development so that KW South Bay remains. Absolutely. Give yourselves a round of applause. You guys are awesome. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Simon, I don't want to do it, but it definitely empowers and it gives you that synergy. So again, let's thank our food sponsor for providing us with phenomenal pizza. This is Edward for my guy. How are you?
Gilbert, you want to introduce yourself? But yeah, I did leave some business cards right there on the table too, and some packages to be on time for a bit of a 7 days a week. For a phone call from me as well, I'm swinging in to 11 a.m.
So yes, we're the termite guys. We're actually termite inspectors, not marketing reps. So pretty much if you have our phone numbers, second opinions, we love to work with that. I mean, I see a lot of familiar faces like Gary, I always work with them, or Aaron. They can tell you about my workmanship. I'm always there for them if anything happens. One thing that separates us different from other companies, we do 24-hour turnaround reports. A lot of companies go 3 or 4 days. We prime and paint all our wood before we put it up. So if we're doing work at a house and they have weird paint, we'll slap it on, put it up, so you don't have to hire a painter contractor to finish the work. We also cover 50 tiles if anything cracks on the fumigation net. Tile roofs are always big out here. So a lot of termite companies, they go on the roof, you bring all these tiles and you let the buyer or the seller take care of whatever. We come back and we take care of up to 50 tiles. But it all depends, because sometimes those tiles they come from Mexico and you can't find it with an email. We are licensed contractors. We have a contractor mill in our office, so anything special type of wood we come back and create for you. Like I said, we do work 6 days, Monday through Saturday. So if you guys need a special inspection on a weekend, you could give us a text, my number. My phone number will be on the desk. I have my business cards out, and if you have any questions, be able to ask. Simon?
Beautiful. Any questions?
I do gotta say that you guys always show up on time, and they're very, very helpful. Every time I have a transaction, I feel very.
Beautiful. Awesome. Well, thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you guys. One thing that I forgot to ask anyone on Zoom. I know Tammy was there at family reunion, and Brandon was there. Any ahas that you'd like to share with the group? Tammy?
Muted.
No, I don't think they're muted because I have them here.
Okay.
Well, again, it's hard when you have a group of people in person and then obviously on Zoom as well. So let's continue with the slide. Well, mute here, but on my computer not. So, all right, let's bring up Fred Howard, our productivity. Oh.
I'll make some noise. Come on. I just have 2 words that y'all have to say. 2 words. When I ask you, whose house is this? That's it. Listen, hallelujah. Listen, there is a funny book that I read on a regular. It's a funny book. I read it on a regular, all the time. On a regular basis? On a regular. When you read it when you're irregular. Yes, I read it when I'm irregular. And the funny thing in this book, it says, without vision, people perish. Right. Yeah. And in our business, without goals, your business dies. Your business will perish. But I want to encourage you today. I wrote something down because I wanted to make sure that I get it to you, right? Because many of us don't get this in this business. And I want to get deep down to your heart. And I want to tell you this. You are valuable. Okay? You are valuable. I got to read this. As realtors, we often find ourselves in situations where we're not appreciated for the value for the work that we do. We're constantly working hard to help our clients find perfect homes, and yet we're often overlooked and undervalued. This is why I stand before you today to remind you that you mean something to others that are around you. Now, I'm gonna end with a joke because I know y'all are getting all sentimental. Not everybody is gonna see your vision. Not everybody is gonna see your goal, but you have to keep moving in the goal and the vision that you got your license for, okay? I'm gonna point out one person in this room. His name is, what's his name? Aaron. Because Aaron didn't see my vision for my office. Aaron talked about my office, and you know what? And y'all may not see it yet, but it's on its way. Jennifer didn't see it either, so. But it's on its way, okay? Not everybody is going to see your vision. Not everybody is going to see your goal. But as long as you keep moving, you're progressing. So all I encourage you, let you know that you are valued. And let me tell you something. Can I tell you something that I was telling Nikki today? And I'm gonna leave this alone. There is something about KW South Bay that no one can touch. And I tell y'all, keep it going, and keep it going. All right? All right.
Fred always has some very powerful messages for all of us. So inspirational. So thank you, Fred, for always being, you and being authentic and just bringing, that higher level of excitement to the office. So thank you for doing what you do. So awesome. Before I continue, there was something that resonated with me, Fred, that I wanted, but you just kind of like. No, and it's okay. I wish I had that football so I can at least throw it in the 30-yard line. But the importance of, opportunities, what you were saying, and especially in the line of work that we do, right? Business doesn't come our way, right? We got to go out there and hunt for business, right? I wish we had that billboard that says, hey, I sell real estate. What can I do to help you buy, sell, or invest, right? But what is one of the powerful things that we have that can ultimately open up a conversation? Any of you? What is that? Small thing like this. Business cards. Phone too, but you have a business card, right? And some are more tech savvy. They use now smart platforms where now that you just hover your phone and all of your contact information, right? The importance of those connections, right? Because no one knows that we are in real estate, right? Until you actually open up your mouth and introduce yourself and have a dialogue and a conversation. Now, a lot of us say, well, Simon, how do I open up a conversation, right? And I'll be like, Bob, just open it up and start having that conversation. Because that leads to who knows what, opportunities, in my opinion. Maybe they're not ready at the moment to buy, sell, or invest. But you build a connection in a relationship that maybe they have someone that they know that needs to buy, sell, or invest. Or maybe not now, but maybe in the near future. But if you're not asking for those opportunities and asking to, provide what you have as value, there's a missed opportunity, So go after your market share because there's people out there that are buying and selling. The question is, are you getting that business, right? Okay, cool. So that's what I wanted to share with you, Fred. So, but you jumped the gun on, sitting down. All right, let's get Carlos a round of applause. He's gonna give us a quick moment.
Yeah, no, you feel so warm and special. Love it.
You are special.
We can try not to if you like.
So, just reiterating what everybody said already about family reunion, there's so much value that this company provides to our agents. And one of the main things being the technology that you guys literally have at your fingertips, being able to literally change the face of the industry, right? And you guys have it with Command. So we're gonna play this clip. This is about Command Mobile. So if you don't have the app, definitely download it.
Whether you're a leader or agent, KW Command enables you to manage, and grow your business through one powerful integrated platform.
A typical agent spends more than 60% of their time away from their desk. That means you have to be able to take your business wherever you go. The Command app makes it possible. When you are on the go, everything you need is right there on your phone.
You can access and manage your contacts, respond to new leads, prioritize daily tasks, and manage your opportunities all within the Command app. Tasks are the backbone of your day. Within the Command app, you can easily add and manage tasks, then see a clear snapshot of what needs to get done when.
So your to-do list is always up to date and prioritized.
The Command app makes tracking contacts and leads easy. With built-in integrations for texting and calling, including Twilio and WhatsApp, you can effortlessly log a call or text, then instantly view it on your contacts timeline.
There is a reason Command Mobile has a 4.8 out of 5 rating in the App Store.
The Command app makes it easy to build, foster, and maintain relationships with your sphere of influence. You can assign a lead to a smart plan, add tags, and create notes, so you'll always remember what's important to your clients. You can manage your opportunities and always keep your pipeline updated. In-app and push notifications ensure you won't miss out on anything important.
Plus, the app makes it easy to manage red and unread notifications and to set reminders.
You'll always be in the know and ready for action whenever and wherever you get new info, like seeing who's requested a tour or who's inquiring about a property. Like we said, we're serious about helping you thrive.
With the Command app, everything you need is at your fingertips.
Very, very cool technology. As I stated, you can literally do any and everything through your phone now with the Command app. You can respond to messages and it'll actually log the activity right in here for you. So that way you don't have to worry about going back to the actual command on the computer to log it. So yes, if you haven't downloaded the Command app, please, I encourage you to download it. If you have questions about it, come tomorrow, Tech Thursday, 2 to 3. I will be here to answer questions, help you download it, help you work it, all of the things. But if you're not using Command at any level, honestly, you are really, really doing yourself and your clients a disservice. It is so, so powerful and it can literally change your business. So highly encourage you, use Command, call me if you have any questions.
Thanks, Carlos.
Yes.
Command app, is that in any phone?
Is it what?
Any phone?
On any phone?
Yes, yeah, you can download on any Android and iPhone.
So,
What did they say about technology? If you don't like it.
Yeah, I have to say that out loud. Yeah.
If you don't have an assistant, use the technology as your assistant. It's the person that's gonna be texting your call for you at 2 o'clock and you don't want to, right? So even though I know it's hard, because I personally don't like technology that much either, just start with the basics of entering people in and getting them onto like a smart plan, so that you're something that's going out. No, little action is better than no action, right?
Absolutely. Imperfect action is better than perfect action every single time. So don't let your lack of understanding with technology stop you from even trying, right? I am here as a resource. I have no problem answering questions, having meetings. Tech Thursday, please ask your questions.
And what is the number 1 goal that we're trying to do here at South Bay?
201 contacts plus in your database.
Right.
On
Minimum 201.
minimum, exactly.
Yeah.
They did a study and people that have at least 201 contacts in their database plus tend to earn $120,000 more than people who do not. And they're in there with a smart plan going, 36 touches over the course of 12 months. And if you have questions on that, I can break it down further for you.
Awesome. Any other questions for Carlos?
2 to 3, those are time?
Yep, tomorrow, 2 to 3.
Beautiful. Carlos, thank you very much. Appreciate you. Yeah.
In the tech class, and he said he did 14 transactions the year before. And this year, by just implementing Command, he has done 14 transactions from beginning of the year until now. So it really definitely helps, if we, I know.
Awesome.
Mind if I add something to that as well?
Yeah.
So we're actually doing title toolbox command training on Friday as well. I don't know if we have the slide on here, but I figured like a good time to slide in and let you guys know about it. So we could actually help you get to that 200 contacts using title toolbox. So that training is gonna be this Friday at 10 a.m. So if any of you guys are interested, I could send you the flyer for that.
Beautiful. Thank you, Patrick. Appreciate it. All right.
One more.
Yeah, what's up, Rick? Go
One
for it.
more, because I have to credit this to Pamela, because one thing that you know, if you need your business card, you go to Command on the app and just press personal, and people can scan your business card.
Yeah, I couldn't find my business cards all the days, I couldn't find them. And, the young lady sitting next to me, she got, let me show you how to pull it up in Command. And now I'm just a pro.
That's why it's important to take advantage of these classes. Yeah. A lot of people didn't know about that, but that definitely helps. See, you learn something new. So please make sure to come tomorrow for Carlos' Tech Minute on, Command, because he's here to answer any and all questions you have, like this tidbit that you provided us. How many knew about that, right? Not that many people. So again, it's the more you feel yourself and, pumping your muscles into this, the more you're gonna feel comfortable, into understanding the command. And command is like that virtual assistant that's here to help you, support you, and, ultimately get more opportunities. So, all right, so now to our guest speaker. Is Mina here? Where's Mina? Yeah, oh, she's on a call. All right, well, let me introduce you to Dora, which is Mina's sister. She's gonna be talking to you of personal statements. So come on up. Awesome. Hey, she's making a deal over the phone. Awesome. So thank you for coming, and yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself and what do you provide for our agents?
So actually, I just want to tell you, this is an amazing group. I've been to other real estate offices, and I just like the teamwork. And it's just friendly. Mina said it's like a family. I said, yeah, get me in there when you need the people. So anyway, so my name is Dora Kessler. My company is Personal US Staging. Because I like things that are personal, and I want to get to know the people that I work with. And I've been doing staging, starting with my parents when I was about 15. And they were very supportive with me. I was able to change things around the house within a budget. And I just had a great time. They would come home and the pillows were there and this and that. So, but later on, I got into real estate myself and I became a real estate broker in New York. So it was easier for me to work with my clients because they would always ask me for ideas. What do I do? Where will my couch go and all that? So I had experience working with them. I sold a house to a client that was around the corner for me. And little did I know is her brother was a diplomat. And she loved what I did with her house and how I helped her. So she came on Mother's Day and I was sitting those days, with shorts when I fit into them properly. And I was having a great time on Mother's Day. And she goes, you have to meet my brother. I said, now? She said, yes. He's a diplomat and we have to work quickly and I want him to work with you. So I said, great. So when you work with the UN, when you get diplomats from there, you have 3 houses to show them. You have 3 days in which to find them a house and 3 days in which to furnish the whole house before their families come. So New York is very very fast paced. And I learned how to do this. So it was great. I was lucky if I had the 4th day. So it was always 6 days for some reason, but sometimes it was 7. So I love doing that. And so that's really where my professional staging experience started. At that point, I said, yeah, I can do this. I'm having fun because I would make a house, an empty house, a home. And I really like that for families. So for me, that was a big, big deal. Now, I want you to know that I work within everyone's budget. You tell me what it is that you want to spend or what your client wants to spend, and I will do it. And I'm very good at doing that because I work with outlet stores, I work with distributors, I work with consignment stores, they know me, and I get a discount and I give that discount. I don't take it, I give it to my clients, to make sure they can get it done. So Mina had a house that she got. And it was on the market for 30 days with another realtor. She called me up, she goes, you gotta do something with this, it's not selling. They're giving me the listing and I want you to fix it. So I did. First of all, I got a pod for the people, because the house was cluttered. You can't sell a house when it's cluttered. Because people walk in and that's the first thing they're focused on. Is, it's not that it's dirty, it's just a lot of things everywhere. And then they can't see themselves in it. So what I do is I want to make sure that when a client comes in there, they can see themselves in there and not the people that are already living there, which is a big deal. And less is more, and you don't have to spend a lot of money to do that, whether it's pillows, throw pillows, whether it's just cleaning up, putting things away. Did you ever walk into a house and you open the closet because people want to see the closet and things fall out? You don't want that. You absolutely don't want it. So my rates are really exceptional. So back to that house after I had it done, and I didn't spend a lot of money, and they didn't spend a lot of money, actually used some things that I had. They sold it within a week for the highest price, because there was a little bidding war on it, and it was a desirable location, but they were able to see that because their eye wasn't distracted. Another thing, I really don't recommend trying to sell a house that's empty, because it looks smaller. And people, when they walk in, not everybody can have the vision. Oh my God, where do I put the couch? And is this angle right? Is this gonna work for me? If you put some things in without spending a lot of money, it's great. I don't do rentals anymore. I used to. I find that it's easier with the discounts that I pass on to my clients, that sometimes it looks that good that they could actually put it into the deal. And this way, everyone thinks like they're getting something amazing, which they are. Whether it's a chandelier, a couch, a table, the pillows, whatever it is, they can see it and love it. And so my rates are, I only have flat rates. And if I give you a price, that's what it is. So my consultation fee is $250. We could do it virtually, or I come to you, we go through it, I get to know who you are, and get an understanding of what your client is looking for. Now, if we do a small place, maybe like a 1-bedroom, it could be $400. It all depends on, on the property itself and how much time we have to put in. It can go all the way up.
Do you use people's furniture, or is only your furniture?
No, we buy the furniture. I go to all these outlet places and we get the furniture, it comes out cheaper, because quite honestly, when you rent furniture, sometimes it has to be for 3 months. You don't want it on the market for 3 months.
And you have somebody to have nice furniture.
Yes.
You're able to use.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And it looks so nice. And if they have their own furniture, changing pillows, adding a rug, adding decorative things without spending a lot of money, it just changes it, even some pictures. And you keep it clean that way too, because you don't want the clutter in the house. So when people ask me, what is your why? Why do you do this? Number one, I really like to make things pretty for people and want them to like their home and want to come home. So I really like it. For the realtors, I want you to be the realtor and get all the recommendations possible, because you make the home look nice, very sellable. It's sold for higher prices because you have the right things there, and the client will not forget it. So that is my why. So you can do your business, property gets sold. And I work with clients. I had clients in Arizona with a house, there was a fire in the house. So I was there for 4 months, dealt with the contractors. I do other upper scale. I work with contractors. We make sure that it gets done, it comes out beautiful. I have references. I've been doing it for over 25 years. So whatever you need.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So just a quick question, and then I'll pass it on to you, Leanne. So you said there's a consulting appointment, and there's a fee
Yes.
for that. What is the turnaround time from the consulting appointment and then obviously the time that you need in order to furnish a property?
Whatever you need. If you're on a time schedule, I'll make sure it gets done because I also have help.
Awesome.
So whatever has to be done, I want you to get your property, get the listing, get it sold, not spend a lot of money, and I want you to be the go-to realtor for any referral.
Beautiful. Yeah. Leanne, you had a question?
So you were saying that it's important vision and important.
Well,
Typically, over the, you find out everything wrong with the living room, the showing master, everything.
okay, so my fee would be, let's say, for that could be about 1,500.
Okay.
I don't charge the crazy prices and thousands and put that on. I don't want that. And if it's a very, very big job and you're in a budget, whether you as the realtor are putting money in or the client is paying for it, if you're comfortable, I can also do a portion of it in escrow. Look, whatever it takes for us to work together. That's really the bottom line. It's not like you have to give me the money in 3 payments or whatever. You know, things happen, there are costs that come up, and I will work with you. We'll work on an agreement and we'll just get it done.
Information.
I have flyers, I'll put them at the table, I guess.
Yeah. Make sure to stick around after our team meeting to provide us with if they have
Thank
any
you.
additional questions.
Thank you.
All right, let's give Dora a round of applause. Thank you very much. Before I bring Mina, she wanted to talk a little bit about the probate and trust. Is Katrina Matthews here? Where's Katrina? She did? Okay. She had. What's that? No, but I think Katrina wanted to bring some announcements. So Katrina, let me have Katrina real quick and then you'll come in real quick.
sir.
So Katrina. Let's give Katrina a round of applause.
I'm walking on sunshine. Oh, yeah.
Voted one of the best feel-good songs, top 10 of all time.
And it's your song, Katrina on the way.
Hi, guys. My name is Katrina Matthews, apparently Katrina Lewis. I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about my experience. 2 things. One is the family reunion experience that I had. So when I was there previously, I had met agents from all over, right? Because that's what you do. And particularly Seattle, East Coast, and Texas. And so a lot of them wanted to come into town. Hey, that's your area. Come on, let's go, let's go. And so of course I went and saw so many really cool agents. And I met up with people I haven't seen in forever, hugs. It was just wonderful, wonderful feeling. But that wasn't the takeaway. The takeaway was I went to my car, done for the day. I can just go home. And then I said, you know what, opportunity. There's still agents out. There's still agents doing things. I'm not doing anything. I'll change my shoes. Let's go back and mingle. So I changed my shoes, went back and mingle. And I was sitting at one of the bars in one of the hotels in Weston. And there was a young lady sitting on the other side of me. Eventually we got to talking, and I'm going to tell you her story because she was the most unassuming lady you can ever find. Very nice, very eloquent. But we started talking, and she said, I went through hell. I was a single parent. She's in a huge market, by the way. She's in the Colorado-Denver market, which if you guys know, the Colorado-Denver has gone just up since the last 5 years. So she said that she was a single parent and she had a kid, and she got out of a situation where she was involved in domestic violence. And to look at her and see such a strong lady have this previous history, you think, wow, how is such a strong lady with this kind of thing? How does she hold on? How does she continue? And so she continued to tell me at one point I had to go to a shelter with my daughter. That's huge. And I said, man. So I went to a shelter and they brought me in. They gave me the things I needed. I was with Keller Williams. I started to go to the classes, do my thing. And then finally I got out of the situation. I met a nice guy. She showed me a picture. Great looking guy. I was like, oh. And she said, we got married at, beautiful. Now she's doing things with her life. And I said, but that is not the story I wanted to tell you. This is the story I wanted to tell you. Before I got on the plane to come to family reunion, I got a call. And before I got this call, you don't understand, the shift kicked my ass. That's what she said. I was in bed for weeks. I was crying. There was nothing in my pipeline. Nothing was happening for me. And I spent 2 months in bed trying to figure out what to do next. The shift was kicking my ass. I got up, went to the family reunion, and before I got on the plane, I got a call. We saw you on LinkedIn and we want you to come in for a listing presentation. You'll be one of 3. Now she's in commercial. So when, it's listing, I'm talking 5 million, 8 million plus. So she was nervous. She went to the listing appointment. She had 3 people. And before she left the listing appointment, she said to the people who were interviewing her, I gotta tell you, 5 years ago, I was at the same domestic violence center. It was the same center who brought her in, was calling her for a listing appointment for their building.
Wow.
For their building. And she said, I didn't want to say anything on my interview because I didn't know if I was gonna break down, cry. I was up against 2 big brokers and it was just me, but something told me to tell you about a little history, a little thing about what's going on with me so that I was one of your patients 5 years ago. I don't know if you will still hire me, but I wanted to be completely honest and open with the situation. She said, they turned around, gave her the listing agreement, signed it right there.
Wow.
She's crying, of course, in her cocktail. I'm crying. Yeah. But she said, you know what? It's so funny because I didn't even tell my husband yet that this happened. It just happened. I got on the plane, I came, and we signed a listing agreement right there. And she said, not only are you going to sell our building, you're going to help us relocate and buy another. Wow. So she went into a slump. She did this, she cried, she waited, she this and that, and then somehow it all came back around to her. She is going to be the sole listing agent on this huge building in Denver, Colorado. And she says, I'm going to give them 3,000% of my time. And I said, I know you will. She said, I decided to tell you because you've had a friendly face and I just had to share with you. I said, give me your email, your phone, to this, and but that was, I think, those personal stories that you don't hear when you're on, listening to people on stage, that is what you take away from. It's those little things like that. Now this girl, she says, I'm a billionaire. She has properties that she owns, tenants. We talked about tenant rights, landlord rights. We talked about everything. This woman is killing it. But the slump that she was in before, her mindset was different. Now she is the listing agent on the people who saved her 5 years ago. She's going to buy them again. And she said, all those other listing agents who went on that appointment are going to see who I am. So I thought that was great. Right?
Right.
One last thing. I want to introduce you to me. I am the new South Bay Board of Associations Grievance Committee member.
So what does that mean? What does that mean? Tell us what that means.
So I'm we're a committee that anytime there's a grievance filed by the public or another agent against the agent, we are the ones that get the deal first, and we look at it to make sure there's no violations of our ethics. And if so, we put kind of like the grand jury, if you know what a grand jury is. So I'm on the grand jury for the South Bay Board. So we just want you to make sure that, we're KW here, and you got one right here in the office. So just practice safe, gently. And they're having a board. So how they say it, practice safe, gently. Okay. Somebody knows what I'm talking about when I say that. Practice safe, Stelly.
Yeah, but yeah, if you have any questions in regards to, just kind of any little thing, feel free to ask. My office is on the other side, but thank you for your time.
I'm walking on sunshine.
Yeah, you're definitely walking on sunshine. And that's great that she's part of our KW South Bay office. But now you can actually pick her brain and ask questions because, yeah, that department, that division is definitely a very sensitive because all the complaints come in. And that's from consumers and real estate agents in general as well. So awesome. Congratulations, Kat. That's awesome. All right, let's get Mina up here real quick. Let's give her a round of applause.
Get him on the way up and cards for Dora.
All right, Mina, tell us what's up with probate and trust.
Probate here in the South Bay. And what I want to say is that, you know, people get scared of the word probate and inheritance because they feel that it's going to be this big mess and not going to know what to do. It is a mess most of the time, but you can find out what to do. And with this kind of business, when inheritance, you working with fiduciaries, attorneys, family members that are putting their elderly parents or relatives in a facility that needs to get the house sold. For whatever reason, they're doing whatever they're doing. There's an exit strategy there. And we all have social media, I assume, because that's how a lot of us generate activity. And a good way to not have to do heavy marketing or heavy lifting is to say, hey, you know, I bring all these people, staging, packing, cleaning, lawyers, because I want you to understand what is involved, what people are interested in, right? And for you to say, hey, if anyone needs a great person to help with interiors in a home or unpacking or cleaning or estate sales, you know, let me know. I know some great people. You're not saying, oh, let me sell your house, right? You're coming to a place where you're helping them. That allows you to get into a conversation with them. And by the way, do you have a realtor? Because we have a division in our office that caters to either divorce, separations of relationships, trust, probate, divorce, elderly parents. That's the conversation that will get you business. Because people are in a funk when they're dealing with their lives and their loved one's life and all their stuff, and then having to choose a facility to go to, and then having to, it's all this big mess, right? It's emotions, it's other family members fighting or not, just, you know, not fighting, but quibbling, who's going to do it. So when you post that, it's almost like music, because that's their pain point, right? But you want to say, hey, come to us because we can help you. We can help you get through it. And it's a recession-proof business for you. And I have to tell you, I've had so many beautiful stories where we had two sisters, the one that was really sentimental to me, and the father that was 95 died, and it was in San Diego, and the attorney wanted me to sell the house. And one sister lived up north, the other one lived near dad, and she was obviously close to dad. She had no kids, never married, but the other sister was married, and not that she wasn't close to her dad, but this one, that was her person, they were best friends, and she was very resilient in selling this house to someone who's going to fix it up and resell it. She wanted to sell it to a nice family because her family was nice family. And we went through their things, their personal items, and we saw the father's bat when he was 5 years old, this wooden bat, and a rocking chair that he used when he was a little boy. And this man died at 95. And it's such a beautiful experience to be in when you're dealing not only with the real estate, but now you're in the actual emotions of the family. And it was just so, it lasts with you. It's such a beautiful thing to see all of this happening. And, you know, we got some great offers and she was resilient about that nice family. And then finally we stood back and she's like, you know, I'm okay with it. Because I said that somebody is going to buy fixed up house. That's a nice family from this gentleman, because no one's gonna be a single person usually and buy a 4-bedroom home for this kind of money to live by themselves. So she decided, because sometimes, you know, it takes people time to digest everything. We sold the house, but just the whole process. I wasn't anxious about selling because I knew we'd sell it if it wasn't this person, it'd be someone else. But it was just so beautiful to sit there and go through all these things that were so special. It's to say, wow, you know, picture this person at 5 years old playing a little baseball bat that was in almost perfect condition. You know, so all these things are very sentimental things. And another thing is you can reach out to agents or professionals in the probate world in other states, right? Fishing where people don't fish. And the reason is that if people have a large estate, meaning they have properties in other states as well, they're gonna need realtors in California to sell their home. They'll be happy to have you on their list because usually they don't want to deal with it, all right? So you say, hey, I'm in California, I'm licensed in California, this is where we are. We have a trusted probate division. If you ever have people that live here and have properties in California, please let us know. We want to be of service to you. And you'd be surprised. That will generate business too. I like shopping where people don't shop, right? These are ideas that usually most people won't think about. But,
So,
you know, if you
so
have
Mina,
questions-
I have a general question for you. So what is the best way to get a hold of you when it comes to like specific questions? Email?
You know,
direct
text
number?
me,
Okay.
and then you can send me an email so that I know they get lost anywhere. Do you want my number?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
It's get your phone. 310. And of course, Simon and Manny and everybody.
And it's also part of the KW Hub as well. Our information is up there as part of the communities as well. If you have any general questions when it comes to, you know, probate and trusts and all that good stuff.
You know, if you ever, someone needs an estate planner or something, let's choose an attorney for you to give it to and say, hey, here we are, because they're like us. They're just as good as their last deal. They're not more special than we are, the attorneys. They're done with their probate or their estate sale, they're looking for another person. My number is 310-345-8500. And if you want some more marketing tips, reach out to me. I have so many different cute, cool ways to do this. You'd be surprised. Oh my God, you're dealing with this now. You know, who do you have? You know, say, can you talk for a minute? And then they get to know you, or right, they're helping them, whatever that backwards saying, right? And I'm also licensed in Arizona. I have a listing there now in Casa Grande, and the new TSMC plant, which is a Taiwan plant that makes semiconductors, and is almost finished building the multi-billion-dollar plant. And Katie Cohen literally took over Casa Grande. So it's a great investment property. I think it's move-in ready. It's not, you know, doesn't have any issues. It's a 3-bedroom. It's actually the parents of an agent.
Awesome.
So that's how it works, right? But if you have referrals, if you talk about 1031 exchanges, you will get a property to sell here. We can find them something in Arizona, right? So, you know, create that business. Anybody want to get out of being a landlord in California, in LA County? Guess what? You get yourself a sale. Then we get it on the back end in Arizona, right? So, you know, people like, yeah, I can't take it anymore. The moratorium just extended. So I'm sure it's a good time to post about that.
Beautiful. Mina, we appreciate you. Thank you.
You're welcome. And thank you for giving me the
Yeah,
opportunity
absolutely.
to
Thank you.
help everyone in the chat a little bit. My last name is Cooper, Kupper. Kupper.
What's that number again?
310-345-8500. Did not put it on the bathroom walls. Answer.
Awesome. Let's give Mina a round of applause.
I'm really, I talk anytime. I'm really like, I'm easygoing. I'm not very, you know, militant. So.
Awesome. Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you. All right, let's get Fernando Diaz. He has some updates on lending. So Fernando Diaz with Home Bridge. All right. All right, pump us up now.
You guys ever make a wish? At the beginning of the year, like a resolution, and it comes true? Never happened to you? So a wish just came true for me about an hour ago. FHA dropped their mortgage insurance premiums monthly starting March 20th, making it now as competitive as a conventional 3% down program.
Wow.
Wait a minute, what do you mean drop? Eliminated or reduced the
They
price?
reduced 30, to be in line now with a conventional 3% down, let's just say, or even 5% down, depending on your FICO score.
Cool.
So I've been clamoring for that because I think it's unfair. They're basically gouging, shall we call it. But they've announced starting March 20th, and there'll be more parameters coming. I'll let you guys know. Obviously, case numbers and all that stuff that matters to them when you pull it versus not. So that's the good news. Okay, that's great stuff because it's going to make your clients happier, their payments more affordable and more in line with conventional financing. And keep in mind that for the most part, you get this reduction in mortgage insurance, and for the most part, government rates are typically the best rates out there.
Yeah.
So they're better than conventional or jumbo rates at most of the time, right? Depending on parameters. So that's a good thing. Now, for the bad news. The bad news is rates have been going up a lot and very aggressively over the last 2 weeks. Chris and I just invested in an ice cream truck. We're gonna be out here. We feel we're gonna have a lot of time, but we'll be in the park with the baseball kids. And we'll be over there. We're gonna be going around. If you see us, just wave. No, but I will say that, you know, whatever, anybody that you guys qualified in the last 60 days, it needs to get relooked at because they might have lost anywhere between, 5 to 10% of their qualifying power. So just be on the alert of that. I'll leave that alone. And then for some fun, for those of you that already are in the know or don't know, we're going to do, I think it's our 4th or 5th annual team building challenge. So I know some of you guys here have been there, others have not. Last year, Simon was our non-paid cameraman. This year he'll be participating. So he will be there.
I was your coach.
And keep in mind, it doesn't matter, you don't have to be like Allegheny in that kind of condition, because it's not about finishing first, it's about your team entirely finishing before the other teams. Okay, so you could be a rock star athlete, that's great, but it doesn't, help you win the entire thing, in terms of as a team. So we're here to support yourselves as a team. From there, we're gonna have a nice lunch, a bunch of booze, whatever you guys want. We'll figure it out, have some fun, and I'll give you guys more details as we get closer to it. And I think, yeah, we'll be doing the videos next week or so.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thanks for that. Yeah, last year, and I think Cheyenne was there as well too. So it was a fun experience. It was hot in that gym too.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even working out. I was so tired. All right, real quick, and then I think we should be done. So just a quick update. Everyone know the transfer disclosure statement, right? Better known as the TDS, right? So I want, because I've been getting a lot of questions regarding the TDS. So here is the bottom line, is the long and the short of it is it the agent's responsibility to fill those TDS? No. Okay, why?
Liable.
Okay, liability, what else?
You don't know jack about the property.
You don't know the property in general. Why would you, and I'm hearing more and more that agents are filling out these transfer disclosure statements. Folks, South Bay, please, please, please make sure that you are not consulting them on helping them fill out those transfer disclosure statements. It's gonna put you in a liability, and more so when something hits the fan, which it usually does. Who do you think they're gonna be pointing fingers at? Well, my agent advised me to, do that or added that. So again, I wanna caution you the importance, that is the seller's responsibility to put any known material facts about their property. They're the ones that have lived in the property for X, time, 5 years, 10 years, 20, 30 years. So if they are asking you to help them fill it out, please say that is not what we do. We're here to guide you and explain it to you, but we do not fill it out, because 1 minute it can go sideways, and guess what? We're going to be liable for that. Okay, and that also goes with your SPQ, your seller questionnaire as well. Okay, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to sit down and explain the initial process. And you know that the transfer disclosure is 3 pages. The first 2 pages is the seller's responsibility, and the third is really your Avid and any known sub visually that you saw. You want to note it, or you want to include the Avid with it. Okay, that's all I have for broker updates. Any questions on that? No. All right, real quick, upcoming events that we have. And here are all the events. So free webinar Thursday, February 23rd, 8 to 8:30. It's a KW Maps. Agent training, first time home buyer seminar, Monday, the 27th, 11:30 with Chris. Pacific Coast, this is what Patrick was talking, I believe. The PCT title toolbox with Command. That is February 24th at 10 a.m. It looks like the hike this Saturday, we're gonna postpone. And the reason we're gonna postpone, it looks like there's a 90% chance of rain. So we're gonna go ahead and postpone and probably push it for March, okay? So we'll send out an email and then we'll probably remove it from this Saturday's, hike. So I apologize, but Mother Nature is telling us otherwise, right? So only if you want to come in your umbrellas and boots and all that stuff, right? Jackie will be hosting how to analyze a 2 to 4 unit deal for investors. That's February 27 at 2:30. God, I miss Natalie. She handles all this. So I'm a little thrown off today because she usually helps with the slide. All things CMA, that'll be Tuesday, February 28. How to do a comparable market analysis. I'll be hosting and teaching that class. Know your numbers. So I need all of you to really put this on your calendar. South Bay will be Wednesday, March 8 at 1 p.m. Okay, March 8. This is our new regional director, Rick Cunningham, will be live and in person. To hear this guy who has run a successful business and more so has successful market centers, not just here in Southern California, but also in parts of Northern California and even outside of California. He's been able to build a phenomenal, robust market centers. And he's going to be here live speaking. So I need all of you here present to hear Rick Cunningham speak. And again, Cheyenne, Thursday, March 9th, 12 to 2, her headshots, if you're interested in getting professional headshot. And then what is Housing Hacks with Jackie? That'll be March 7th. And then Friday, March 3rd, as Fernando was saying, Team Building Workout Challenge. That'll be in Redondo Beach. Following is our little lunch. And then our KW Concierge Lunch and Learn, that'll be March 10th. So we got a lot of content, a lot of information that we have. All right, so any listing pitches that you'd like to bring to the table, off-market deals or any buyer needs? Going once, going twice. All right, well, that concludes our team meeting. Thank you very much. Appreciate you all. You'll make it a great day. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Yes, what if the seller is not occupying the property? She still occupying the property.
If she's not occupying the property and it's a property, she still needs to control. Yeah, it's only if she is like a trust or someone else that she never lived in the property, that was never her property. But was either granted to dad, then she doesn't have to, then you can waive it.
I'm here for Maeve.
Oh, okay.
I don't know whether this morning, I told her that you have family agreement.
Yeah.
She wanted to ask me, say, what happened to the fires or the fire log that the new court has been damaged by the seller will not agree with it. Is there any of the fire?
Oh, yeah.
Scratch, basically scratch the floor and move out.
Yeah, I did see that. So what is the hour time frame?
Right now, she was part of the meeting, so usually she's up until hour, in an hour or two.
Let me reach out to her right
Okay,
now.
yeah.
Okay, and I'll have her.
Wait, hold on, I was like.
Good.
Right, I'm here. I gotta run.